Welcome to the channel, everybody. Welcome to Mario Maker Mayhem. So today I had a nice little idea to kind of come up with 25 things that are missing from Super Mario Maker 2. Now this is not a video to rag on the game at all. I am very much looking forward to playing this game. It comes out, June 28th, which is a Friday. I have that day off of work, so I'm going to be playing this pretty much all day, exploring all the good stuff. So this is going to be fun. So this is just the idea that, I mean, you could kind of look at it as potential DLC maybe in Mario Maker 2. So let's get into the list. These are 25 things that are still missing from Mario Maker 2. So first up, you're going to give us the desert theme. And I'm still holding out hope at this point, but you're going to give us the desert theme and not give us the most iconic character from the desert theme? Pokey? Look at the Pokies. Imagine being able to stack these Pokies like 50 high. Okay, that'd be a really tall Pokey, and that'd be a really dumb obstacle to try to get through. But I'm just saying, if you're going to give us the desert theme, plus you can just watch them do this. Who doesn't want to watch enemies just walk right off the edge sometime when they're chasing you? Look how fast he's going. Look how fast he's going. He's relentless. And then you just get rid of him like that. But I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to see Pokies? They're practically made for the desert. Next up, we have, especially since we're getting Chocolate Land, you know, that's kind of like Super Mario World's desert sort of theme for the game. What about these guys? I know I'm not in, like, the desert, but I don't want to kill them right now. These iconic guys, you know how awesome these guys would be? Look at that. Super platforming. You know how awesome that would be to make a level? Like, say somebody drops them from the ceiling, and you gotta, like, land on them maybe once or twice, catch them to get your jump going? Come on. Plus, this purple dinosaur needs to... Is he purple or blue? I'm colorblind. I don't know. But come on. We need Rex back in the game. Let's get him back into, you know, relevancy here. Let's get him back into relevancy. Rex is amazing. Give us Rex, please. Give us Rex. What's that jumping noise? Well, next enemy, of course, that we need. Charging Chuck. And not just Charging Chuck. How about Leaping Chuck? Alright, timer, I get it. I hope I can beat the level in time. But Charging Chuck, Jumping Chuck, or Leaping Chuck, whatever you want to call him. Baseball Flinging Chuck. The Digging Chuck that sends like those rock boulders at you. This is not a meme character. This is not a meme enemy. This is a classic, iconic character. Can we get him back, please? Bouncy, bouncy. And that's how you do that. Thank you, Chuck, for the assist. We need to see you in Mario Maker 2. Next up for underground caves. Well, they already flew by, but we'll get to some more in a second. What about swoops? What about the swoops? The bats. These guys, come on. If you're going to give us more themes, can you give us enemies that like perfectly go with those themes? Like bats. Bats in a cave. That is perfect. Swoop is actually made for this. Why am I actually playing this game right now? Like I'm trying, but you get it. Swoop would be excellent. Another enemy that you can time your jump off. They come down. Guess what? They swoop. Ha! Wonder where they got their name from. So check this out. Ready? Look at that. He comes down. Boom. Well, if I could have jumped on him, that would have been great. But, nope. Oh, God, get it. Well, this is going horrible. Give me that feather back. All right, but you get it. Swoop. Cave enemy. Get out of here, Swoop. I'm trying to make a point. Okay, jeez. This is not going well. I'm just trying to make a point about Swoop, and he should be in the game. Come on. Can you imagine having great bats? Great bats? Having that bat back in the game would be great. That's the point. Swoop is definitely on this list. You know that sound? It is time to see the return of an iconic boss. That's another thing Mario Maker can use so much more of. More bosses. And what better way than this little ghost? Not little, because he's the big Boo coming in. There you go. Use a couple throw blocks, maybe some bombs or something. Just like that, Boo goes down, but he's still going up on this list. Up next, we have the Volcano Lotus. Now, this is a stationary enemy that just kind of sits there and spits out like these little fireballs at you. Now, you can eat them with Yoshi. That's one way to get rid of them. But I think, you know, I don't know. For some reason, I picture these. Obviously, this isn't a jungle level, but I could picture some really cool themes with these little Volcano Lotus plant things in like a jungle theme. I don't know why. I think that would be tremendous. They're very awesome. I mean, you see their little animation. They spit out 4 fireballs, cover a pretty decent range. So You know, if you got a couple of these that you got to try to avoid, you got a few of them in a row, you definitely got to watch out. So, Volcano Lotus definitely would be fun little enemy to have back in the game. I would thumbs up on that one for me. Who remembers these little guys? Thwimps! That's right, not Thwomp, Thwimp. These little bad boys are, well, baby Thwomps in a way. And they go side to side, which makes them a little bit unique to Thwomps. Yes, I know Thwomps now can go sideways for Mario Maker 2, but come on. This is actually a pretty fun little guy. You could get him, I don't know if you could get like a bunch of them going in a row or whatever it might be. They'd be kind of a fun little enemy to have in the game. Plus, they really fit castle themes very well. So I'd like to see these little guys come back. Plus, doesn't Thwomp need his little buddy to come back? Yeah, he does. He does. Thwomp is lonely. Thwomp is lonely. So, yeah, let's get Thwimp going back in the game. Be a pretty awesome little jumping character here to bring back. Next up, we have another lava enemy. There's not a lot of these, honestly, that are in Mario. But if we're able to get the Charvarg in Mario 3D World, if we're able to get that in Mario Maker, how can we not get this little guy? Actually, he's not that little, but how can we not get Blarg in, well, just any other, the rest of the Mario styles? I mean, come on. This guy jumping out of lava can give you quite a jump scare. Well, kind of, if you're not paying attention. I mean, check that out. Being able to place a few of them while you're riding on one of these little skull platforms throughout the lava would be such an awesome idea. I mean, come on, lava enemies. There's a lot of room that can, what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of room, there's a lot of themes that can be improved upon and just added to, and lava is definitely one way to go. So, why not get Blarg back in the game? Next up, we have the Fishin Boo. Now, I don't have any actual gameplay. I wish I did. But this guy, again, Ghost House themed enemies. There's so many, themed enemies for the Ghost House that we should have in Mario Maker. And maybe down the line in DLC, maybe we get some new enemies. But it's a theme. There's a lot of interesting, unique characters, such as the Fishin Boo. So if you don't know what he does, basically, this little guy floats around in the cloud, and he holds this little blue flame. And be careful not to jump up and touch it. Otherwise, well, you'll, take a life, depending on the Mario you're playing as, if you have a power-up or not. Or, obviously you'll lose that said power-up. But this guy, just to think of the possibilities of having Fishin Boo, whatever, you might be able to, put some interesting sort of items on the end of the fishing pole instead of the blue flame. Maybe you put, I don't know, you put up a 1-up, or maybe you put a fire flower, another power-up, that you could use to progress through the level. Or maybe you can just end up throwing on another little enemy that he can hold on to the, off the end of the fishing rod, which would make a pretty unique character in my book. So yeah, let's get Fishin Boo back in the Ghost House, shall we? Up next, we have kind of like a 2-for-1, so to speak, in this one. The one I'm talking about, the Dino Rhino from Chocolate Land. If you guys play Super Mario World, odds are you're going to know who this character is. Now, this character, more of a dinosaur. So if we get Rex, I mean, can we not get Dino Rhino and maybe Dino Torch in here as well? Get an actual dinosaur vibe, dinosaur level going. Come on. There's some level creators out there that would do such an awesome job with a dinosaur-themed level. I would be impressed. I would like to see that happen. But if you don't know how this guy works, basically he kind of just charges towards you. If you bop him on the head, I believe, he actually will split into a smaller enemy known as the Dino Torch, which the Dino Torch can shoot flames. I believe it's 2 or 3 tiles left or right, and then 2 or 3 tiles up in the air. So you got to kind of watch out for what they do. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 sort of enemy. And yeah, we have Chocolate Land. Why can't we get Dino Rhinos back? Up next, we have Boomerang Bro. Look, we already have Fire Bro. We have Sledge Bro. We already have Hammer Bro. We already have, Sumo Bro, don't we? I mean, come on. The bros need to be represented properly. If you're going to give us Fire Bro and Hammer Bro, we better have Boomerang Bro. And it's pretty simple. All you would have to do, as long as the feature comes back, shake the screen. If you've played Mario Maker, you know what I mean. When you're creating a level, shake the screen, enemy changes to something. A block changes to something else. That's what you do. Fire Bro becomes, I guess maybe Fire Bro might end up becoming Sledge Bro. No, wait. No, take that back. Well, I mean, you could still just... Anyway, but let me just put that aside. All right, I had a totally different thought. But Boomerang Bro, I mean, if you're like I said, if you have Hammer Bro and Fire Bro, Boomerang Bro needs to be in here as well, right? I think we could all agree on that one. Up next, of course, who doesn't want the 7 Koopalings? I mean, isn't this just kind of like perfect? There's one thing that well, me especially, and I know a lot of other people would like to see, not just the Koopalings especially, but more bosses. I mean, like in the first Mario Maker, and I get it was the first one, and they're trying it out, seeing what happens with the game. It caught on. It has a big fan base. It's got a pretty big following. A lot of people are hyped for the game. But boss battles, that was kind of one thing. I mean, you had Bowser Jr., you had Bowser. I mean, okay, yeah, it was all right. I mean, it worked for what it was, but let's improve upon that. Let's get even more. Let's get the Koopalings in. I mean, after all, a few years ago, they just had the year of the Koopalings, didn't they? Let's get them in Mario Maker after all. Come on, more bosses. 7 in 1. Let's do it. Continuing on with the boss sort of idea here. What about Reznor from Super Mario World? If you don't know how this guy or these guys work, basically they're on this little platform. Actually, it's like 4 little platforms, and it rotates. So the idea is to hit the platform underneath them to bop them off into the lava. But the whole time, they will be spitting out fireballs, so it makes it a bit difficult. So maybe you could be able to set the spinning speed of their platform, and I think that would actually be pretty hectic if you could make them, normal speed or maybe 2 times their normal speed or something like this would be very, very interesting. Maybe you can control the bridge underneath when it disappears or if it does disappear, so that'd be pretty cool to see. I'd like to see it. It's another boss that can definitely come back for sure. They could do a lot of cool stuff with this. So yeah, let's get Reznor back into the Mario games. Up next, we have Bruiser the Punching Buu himself. I mean, this guy is relentless. He will follow you. He will attack you like most enemies should. But the unique thing about this guy, I believe it takes 3 hits to take him out. So, and plus, he can actually punch through obstacles. So maybe if you're a level creator and you design your levels well enough to kind of, work around Bruiser, maybe you gotta lead Bruiser into a wall. Maybe he's got to punch through a wall so you can break through to get maybe a red coin, or maybe you have to get something that equals a win condition for you. Something like that would be very interesting to see. So Bruiser, this would be such an awesome character to see. I think a lot of people would actually enjoy this character being in Mario Maker. So yeah, myself included. Let's get Bruiser in Mario Maker right now. Up next, we have these little guys, Ninjas. Come on, these guys are pretty dope. I believe their jumping animation it's like 1 small jump and then 1 big jump, or it's like 2 small jumps and 1 big jump. So they got like a sort of a pattern they follow when they jump. And if you could kind of like line up a couple of these in a row, but maybe during your level when you're creating them, set them up different jump levels. So that way, if you want to try to go through, maybe you got to try to weave your way underneath and over the top with these guys. These guys would be so cool. Plus, I believe, weren't they just in the Super Mario Run mobile game for phones? I think they were. I believe they were. So, I mean, he kind of came back into relevancy a little bit. I know maybe not quite as many people played Super Mario Run, because didn't that game cost like $12 or something? I didn't play it, but these guys would be awesome. I'd love to see them. Little ninjas, little jumping guys. Come on, these guys are sick. These guys are awesome. Let's put these guys into Mario Maker. Let's have some fun with these guys. Now, since we have rising water, sadly, it's probably only exclusive to the jungle level, but we have water levels that can rise. How about we get Boss Bass? Boss Bass is relentless. He is a 1-hit. Obviously, if he eats you, that's the 1 hit. If you get eaten by him, it's game over. Doesn't matter what power-up you have. It doesn't matter how far you made it into the level. This guy is an insta-death. Plus, the fact that he could be able to chase you throughout an entire stage would make for such a very cool, very unique sort of aspect to levels. Again, some people might be able to spam a bunch of these in there, so that'd be annoying. But let's throw that out the window for a second, and let's just enjoy the enemy, the boss bass that he is. Come on. Having this guy chase you the whole time, does put a little fear into you if you're trying to play it smartly, and you got this guy jumping out of the water and getting ready to take a chomp out of you. So yeah, Boss Bass would be perfect for this game. Now, we all know what a track is, I'm assuming, in Mario Maker. You place something on the track and then it does some sort of, it goes in a direction, whatever. Then we've heard of putting enemies on tracks, making things very chaotic. But what about the original enemy that was meant for tracks? Fuzzies! I mean, if you're going to give us tracks and you're going to be able to give us the power to put enemies on tracks, I mean, just give us a little... Oh, oops, I exited. But you get what I'm saying. Give us Fuzzy. I know he's not much, but come on, at least he just deserves to be on the list. Do we need more items / obstacles in the game? Absolutely. Here's a 2-for-1. What about like this little flying block? Yeah, I guess that'd be kind of cool, going back and forth in that U shape. But no, the one I'm talking about is right here. The triangular block. Check that out. Look how much fun you can have with such cool mechanics. If you could be able to place like... I don't know, give Mario a star and have him run straight up a wall for like the entire level. Because again, we have vertical sub-levels. Vertical sub-levels. Now, maybe have like some awesome triangle blocks and then just have a bunch of runs through up and down, walls in the sub area. Come on. What an awesome idea that would be. Give us the triangle blocks, please. Somebody will make something awesome with that. I just know it. Awesome little platformer with these going up the wall. Oopsies, wrong button. But go up the wall and then do like a little spin jump off of it. And then, like jump over to another wall. Spin off like a spike top and then jump back over to this wall. Do spin off a spike top, kind of going up a wall, But the triangular block is what got you there in the first place. Give us the triangular block. Have it make a return. You want another cool item / block you can put in the game? What about the roulette box? Look at this. You can place maybe like 4 or 5 items. I know in this game it's 4, but say, okay, we'll take 4. Take 4 any items, power-ups. Maybe it's smaller enemies. Actually, it could just be any enemy, but blop. It's roulette. It rotates through everything. You hit it. You hit it. There we go. And then you get whatever comes out of it. You know how cool that would be? Make a maze or something like that with these bad boys. Okay, bye, Yoshi. He only wanted to make a little cameo in this video, but you just make a little, make a maze, and you got to try to be able to hit the right one. 3 of them could be enemies, 1 could be that power-up. You know how awesome that would be? Call it roulette luck or something like that. Luck of roulette or something. I'm just going to keep getting hit by all these Paragoombas and Goombas, but come on. Give us the roulette block. That would be sick. Alright, these next 2 are simple and quick. Look, we have regular Yoshi. We now have red Yoshi. I mean, can we just complete it? Give us yellow Yoshi. Give us blue Yoshi. The blue Yoshi flies. I mean, yellow Yoshi, has the quake, if I'm not mistaken. Come on. We just want all these Yoshis. If you're going to give us one, and you're going to give us another one in the sequel, why can't we just have all of them? That's pretty simple. I think I speak for a lot of us. We want all of them. Just give us all the variants of Yoshis. Let's do it. Bring them in. Come here, Yoshi. Come here. Now here's an item that would make for very interesting sort of idea for levels. So usually goal levels, you have to be able to get, or traditional levels, excuse me, you have to be able to get to the goal tape. You have to get to the very end of the level, the castle, the flagpole, How about we have a different sort of way to win that? I know we have win conditions, and that definitely ups a lot of things up, makes a lot more items unique, whether it's collecting more coins, defeating a certain amount of enemies, all that sort of stuff. What about this thing? So if you don't know what this is, basically, you touch it, you win the level. Now this is a lot smaller, so if you're able to strategically place this maybe behind a boss, maybe you gotta do whatever you gotta do to get to it, but maybe you make like some sort of like a parkour course. That would be kind of interesting. You got to keep jumping up and down through the level, going around a bunch of things, time the jumps perfectly, sort of like precision sort of levels, and then you have this at the very end. That would be cool. That'd be kind of rewarding after you do all that hardcore sort of stuff. Let's get the magic orb. What's the actual name for this? I thought it was magic orb, but I don't think it is. How about another power-up, the Ice Flower? This would be a fantastic addition as well. Now, I know it's not just putting an item in the game. There's a lot that you'd have to, that would go into working with this. The ice flower, obviously you shoot and you turn an enemy into a block of ice, right? Well, that's a lot of physics in itself, and that's a lot of game mechanics. You got to get different size ice blocks. You got to get the sliding down that the ice block would do. There's a lot that would go into it, but I think we would all love and enjoy a new power-up. More power-ups, the better, right? Let us experiment. Let us just have fun with whatever you want to throw to us. So, ice flower would be awesome. Plus, it was kind of quotation marks here leaked in a video that I had a couple weeks ago. So if you want to check that out, that's on the channel somewhere. But ice flower would be perfect for this game. Up next, another power-up. Come on, we need, like I said, we need more power-ups. Bring us the power-ups. How about the penguin suit? I know there's a ton of other suits. It was a little bizarre that they showed us the dry bones shell. Now, that's, to my knowledge, that's brand new. That's something they just kind of came up with, which I like. I like the idea of something brand new that we'd never seen. I love that, but at the same time, there's so many older power-ups. There's so many more recent power-ups that we don't even have in Mario Maker that a lot of people would like to see. The penguin suit is definitely one of them. You ask a lot of people, hey, what are your top 3 power-ups that you'd like to see? Majority of people will probably say the penguin suit, let's be honest. And last but not least, the mystery mushroom, the amiibo functionality, is that coming back? So far, signs are pointing to no, we're not going to have any of that, but they still haven't officially confirmed it or disconfirmed it one way or the other, so we're still waiting to see, is this missing in the game or is this deleted from the game? Who knows? There'd be a lot of amiibos. If you know, these things definitely transform your character in Super Mario Bros. 1 style, so it kind of gives Mario Bros. Style something more unique to kind of play around with. You got the old sprites for older characters, which is fantastic, especially if you own some of these amiibos or all amiibos that are compatible with this game. It made for such a cool touch. So yeah, is Mystery Mushroom coming back? Is it missing? Is it here? Who knows? Anyway, that is gonna wrap up the list. Let me know you guys' thoughts. What do you guys think is still missing that you want either confirmation one way or the other? Let me know down in the comments. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, and this is Mario Maker Mayhem.